Beautiful Aries peeps, what's going on, guys? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-October 2021 tarot reading. I hope everything's well, and if so, let me know down in the comments down below. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you guys want to check out my official social medias, all that information will be linked down in the description below. So Aries, let's go ahead and get on into it and see what we got going on for your second half of October. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Starting off with the current energy, what current energies are coming through here for Aries. Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their mid-October 2021. What current energies do we got coming through here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-October 2021? What do we got? We got here a Two of Wands. Moving forward from that, we have here the Three of Cups, and we have here the Seven of Swords. So as far as what I'm seeing for you guys here, you very well likely could be connecting with a water sign, a fire sign, or possibly even an air sign. Now, the Two of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Swords. It's kind of like this energy of you feel like things are going in the right direction, but you keep second guessing yourself. I feel like the Three of Cups is saying, like, you're happy right now, you're in a good position, but there is this energy of you constantly second guessing if what you're doing is the right thing, or if you're going in the right place, or if there needs to be more. For some reason, I keep seeing that energy of, like, there needs to be more, right? Let's go ahead and clarify the Two of Wands. Why do we got this Two of Wands showing up for Aries? And what do we got? We got here the Devil. Okay. So be mindful, guys, of not subjecting to needing more than you already have. It's this energy of, like, reach a peak level of contentment in mid-October rather than continuing to search, because if you push past what it is you're already having, I feel like you're leading yourself into a bottomless pit. That sounds so morbid. Let me not say it in that way, Aries. It's like you're leading yourself into a self-destructive pattern of never being fulfilled, okay? So let me re-explain myself. What you have right now is great. The universe wants you guys to step into an energy of contentment. The more you thirst for more, the more you're going to be self-deceiving yourself to being unfulfilled, you know? There is a lack of fulfillment when you're always searching for something better. There's a lack of fulfillment when you're always searching for more, because you're not at peace with where you're at, okay? So I think the universe wants you to kind of make peace with where you're at, because the more that you keep thriving for more, the less fulfilled you're gonna be. And in a way, that's what's deceiving you. That's what's kind of misdirecting you from really enjoying your present moment. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Why do we got the Seven of Swords jumping out in the current energies? We got here the Five of Pentacles, and we also got here the Hierophant card. So, yeah, it's like you're committed here to wanting things to change. You're committed to things wanting to expand, but the more and more and more you chase after more things, Aries, the more empty you feel. So that's what I'm seeing here for you guys. So I really feel like the universe kind of wants you to stay put. They want you to kind of just keep yourself grounded in the current state of your life and how it is right now. Don't go off chasing for more, because if you can't be happy with where you're at right now, what would make you happy acquiring more things? If you're always in the thirst for more, you're never going to be happy, you're never going to be settled, you're always going to be in a lack of fulfillment, all right? So that's what I'm picking up here for the second half of the month. It's kind of like the universe is telling you, just stay put and enjoy your current environment for a little while. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing more with growing, there's nothing wrong, with growing. There's nothing wrong with wanting more things that can help you and benefit you and expand your life in a positive way. But if you're always in the thirst for needing more than what you already have, then that right then and there is you not being content with your current environment, okay? I don't know why I said environment like that. I said environment. Ooh, I said it kind of sexy, Aries. All right? So that's what I got for you guys so far. I want to do one more clarifier card. Let's clarify this Three of Cups. Why do we got the Three of Cups showing up? And that's going to be clarified by the Five of Cups. Yeah, it's like disappointment, you know? You're like temporarily happy with your environment, and then your environment gets boring, and it's like, I'm disappointed again, and now I need something more to fulfill me. So it's basically you guys getting caught in a cycle of always thirsting for more in your life instead of being present and content with what it is you already have. I think the universe wants you to hang on to that contentment, because when you're in that content energy, you can finally be fulfilled looking at the things that are surrounding you. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into this. What I want to take a look at real quick is where things are going for you in mid-October, and then we'll carry out the rest of the read, okay? So where are things going for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, throughout their mid-October 2021? We have here a Page of Cups, or sorry, a Knight of Cups in reverse. Where are things going for Aries throughout their mid-October? So you got the Knight of Cups reversed, you got the Tower, you got the King of Wands, and you got the Ace of Cups. Yeah, guys, I really feel like where things are going is just a very repetitive cycle. It's like you're happy for a little bit, and then you're bored and you want to keep moving forward and you want bigger and better things. It's like not satisfied. So the more unsatisfied you are, is the more that you kind of keep pushing yourself to gain more in your life, but then that still makes you feel empty. It doesn't make you feel good. Because what's happening here, Aries, is eventually in mid-October, you're going to become unsatisfied with your current circumstances, and then with the King of Wands to the Ace of Cups, you're going to pursue something else that you can find fulfillment in, and then that'll temporarily fill the void, and then boom, you're back to that place of feeling empty, and then the wheel goes around and around and around. That's the cycle, man. You know, and of course, not all of you Aries are going to be in this cycle, right? If this reading doesn't resonate with you at all, you know, it's cool. That's totally fine. You know, more readings to come on this channel as always. So if it's not your story, it's not your story. But if this is making a lot of sense to you, the universe wants you to just, you know, just stay grounded where you're currently at, to enjoy where you're currently at, because the lack of enjoyment, the lack of contentment you're having, it's pushing you in a very vicious cycle of always thirsting for more. And the more that you feed that cycle, the more empty you feel. The more it keeps looking like you're filling a void rather than being at peace with where you're at. And what I've learned in time is that actually making peace with your current environment and what it is usually directs you and guides you to even more fulfilling environments. Because when you can be at peace with where you're at right now, Aries, then that means that you can progressively move forward and work forward without being unfulfilled. Does that make sense? Because even if something you're doing doesn't work out in your favor, you're still at peace with where you're already at. Now, if you're restless and you're not at peace where you're already at, and if you go to try to pursue something else and then that doesn't work out for you, you go back into an environment that makes you feel empty anyways. So I hope that this reading is making sense the way I'm explaining it. I'm sure I could have explained it a hell of a lot better. Mercury's in retrograde. Mercury's also in my first house. So when Mercury's retrograding, I usually have a difficult time trying to get my point across. So hopefully what I'm saying makes sense, okay? So that's what I see here coming up for you guys, all right? I see that kind of cycle continuing to repeat. Let's see what's coming in for Aries. Is there anything that can kind of be an asset to Aries, or something that can come on in here that is going to help break this cycle? All right, is there anything coming in here for Aries throughout mid-October? We got here the King of Cups, we got here the Magician, and we got here the Fool card. So I do feel like there's going to be an opportune time that comes in for you, Aries, where you're going to recognize emotionally that you haven't necessarily been feeling your best. You got here King of Cups, you got here Magician, you got here Fool card. It's kind of like you realizing, you know, after all this time I've spent chasing after new beginnings, chasing after better things in my life, I'm realizing that the more I manifest into my life, the less I feel connected to the life I've manifested. So for example, let's say you manifested a new relationship. You just got out of one relationship and you got into a new relationship. It's kind of like this energy of, I'm not even really present in this relationship because eventually I know I'm going to get bored of it and then want to move on to the next one. Same thing with a job. Maybe you just left an old job and got into a new job and you're like, I can't even enjoy this job right now because I want another better job than this, you know? Or I just bought this Toyota, but now I want to get myself a Honda, and then I got this Honda, and now I want to get myself a Jeep. It's like, you got to find fulfillment where you're currently at, because if you can't find fulfillment in the now moment, in the present moment, you're never going to find it continuing to keep on chasing after other things. You're never going to find it. So if you can't find fulfillment in this very moment, you're not going to find it when you acquire more or acquire better throughout your life, you know? All right. Is there any sort of dire or urgent messages that Aries needs to hear throughout the rest of their October, please? Anything that's dire or urgent for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-October. We got here the Three of Pentacles, we got here the Moon card, and we got here the Temperance card, and also the Page of Pentacles. So the dire and an urgent and important message I got was Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, you know? Work on what it is you already got. What I mean by this is that this whole reading, right, Aries, was kind of talking about just being present and making peace with your current environment. It's like finding contentment with where you're already at. So what you already have, Aries, there's nothing wrong with trying to expand on that. For example, if you have a relationship that you're currently content in, expand on that relationship, you know? Instead of saying, I'm just going to jump into a new one, if this becomes unfulfilling with this person, work on it so that this relationship works for you. Same thing applies too. Let's say you have a business right now that you started. Let's say it's not working all that well out, right? It's not working out that well, it's not going great. Start expanding on it. Start offering new things to that business, you know? Find contentment in what it is you're doing, but you can keep on working on it and expanding it, you know? You don't need to jump to the next big thing or the better thing. You can keep on working on your environment and your circumstance and try to grow it and expand it. Now, also with the Moon card here to the Temperance, I definitely feel here too that a very urgent message for you guys would be to heal the wound of the void. What I mean by the wound of the void is that when you're always searching for something to be better than what it is you already have, chances are you're in a position where you do feel empty. Five of Pentacles. So Aries, if you find it really hard to just be content with where you're already at, you have to ask yourself why that is. You have to ask yourself, what's missing right now that would actually allow me to enjoy where I'm at? Because usually when people keep on chasing after more, they're trying to fill the void of something that they don't already have. So if there is something that you feel is missing in your life, this would be a great time in the second half of the month to try to figure out what that is so that you can heal that void, so that you can heal that situation, okay? So if there's something there you need to heal, Aries, definitely take note of it. Definitely be very self-aware in mid-October on your emotions, you know, what it is you're feeling. Really become aware of your feelings and in a very healthy manner, and make sure that you're healing what needs to be healed and doing that inner work that needs to be done, okay? All right, guys, as far as what I'm seeing here, though, for you throughout the month of October, for your second half, it's really all about just being content where you're at. Stop chasing more. Stop searching for more, you know? Expand on what you have. Make it grow. Make it work. Because if you can't find contentment now, with all the other things you acquire in the future, there's not going to be contentment there either. You're just going to get caught in a very vicious cycle that's only going to continue to make you unhappy, you know? So I love you, Aries, and I want you guys to be happy, you know? Take a look at your environment right now. Realize it's not that bad. Find contentment there. I'm sure you can. And if there's things that you want to grow, work on, expand on, then start growing, working, and expanding on those things, okay? All right, guys. As for the overall outcome here for Aries, what's going to be the overall outcome for Aries second half of October? What's going to be the overall outcome? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-October 2021. What is the overall outcome? We got here the Nine of Cups, and we got here the Star card, dude. These are two fantastic cards to get, especially for the outcome, okay? The Nine of Cups here to the Star card. If you start letting yourself enjoy what it is you already have, Aries, that's when everything is going to fall in alignment with you. I'm not saying that any of you guys right now are ungrateful. I just want to make that a point right now before I continue to the next thing I'm about to say. So in my life, from personal experience, I've learned that when I'm grateful, when I apply gratitude in my daily life for everything I already have, you tend to acquire more. Because if you can be grateful for where you're at in that present moment, everything else will start to align for you. It's a really, really awesome thing. So I would definitely continue to practice gratitude as you're in that period of time where you're being content with your environment and content with your life, because the more gratitude you're preaching, the more gratitude you're practicing, the more is going to step into alignment with you, okay? So find happiness, find peace, find goodness in what your current life is and what your current environment is. And by being grateful for that and happy with that, best believe the more things that your soul does want and that your soul does yearn for is going to come your way. All right, Aries? So guys, this month, it's going to be about being present. It's going to be about enjoying your environment. And it's going to be about no longer chasing for more. Take a step back. Stay put is what the universe says. And enjoy where you're at. I think that you'll find that finally being content and no longer searching for more is not even, it's going to be more healthy for your soul is what you're going to notice, but also you're going to notice that you're feeling better emotionally. You're going to notice that there's no more void here. You're also going to notice too that you eventually and inevitably acquire more in your life, you know? So don't be afraid to work and expand on where you're currently at. But at the same time, Don't be afraid to be content where you're at too, you know? Making peace with where your life is definitely going to help you guys in the long run, okay? Alright, Aries, like I said, guys, I really hope I explained this properly. I feel like with Mercury in retrograde, sometimes it's very difficult for me to communicate a message. It's just really hard. Sometimes my words can come out very scattered. So hopefully it made sense. Hopefully you guys resonated with that. Like I said, of course, if this isn't your story, no worries. Don't try to force a story that does not stick. But if this is your message, I hope that it helped you guys, man. I really do. I hope that it made a lot of sense and helped you guys out, okay? If you're new here, Aries, definitely consider subscribing. I would appreciate that so much. And I will catch you all in the next month. Much love, Aries, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.